Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. It was a hot one in Wichita. The temps in the high 90s and no wind to boot. So that's the forecast that we have for the week. Temperatures pushing 100. And we got a little rain overnight, which will keep the humidity high. So summer has returned with a vengeance. And right here in the South Central Plains, because of the rain and the high temperatures that we can get, we have weather that can equal heat indexes anywhere in the country from time to time. Usually we have wind, and it usually helps cool things down, but not this weekend. Hope you all had a great weekend. Summer is starting to wind down. I think, 2 weeks till football starts, and I'll turn my television set back on then. So what we face today, the markets are lower, the financials are lower, equities are higher, and the reason for that is that the rumored shelling of a Russian convoy by the Ukraine, which would be pretty implausible if you think about it. The headline was that the Ukraine had shelled a Russian convoy. People didn't know where, but they said a Russian convoy had crossed the border at an unauthorized checkpoint and was shelled by the Ukraine. Rumors kind of fed all day long. Nobody knew where, nobody knew why. If you thought about it, the Ukraine probably wouldn't be doing something like that. Straight out. So anyway, the equities have recovered around the world, picked up pretty much all of their losses, and financials are suffering. Now, I want to show you something right here. This is one of these situations where the market needs volume. And what is the overnight session doing? You can see right there it's building volume in that area. The real situation, Fitzroy, was there was no attack on a Russian convoy by the Ukraine. There wasn't any shelling, according to the news. Trying to make that more clear. God, I'm getting, it's really, really loud. Yeah, index futures and planted the story. Who knows? It was carried on Reuters, the source of the news. So that's where we are. But anyway, so what is the matter? No one's hearing this snap, crackle, and pop like I am, correct? So anyway, we're dealing with a B in the overnight session, and the market is pointed lower. So this is very, very aggressive, but this 15 would be very aggressive sell. 19 leaning against this four-letter ledge would not be a very aggressive sell. A lot of chart points in the 17, 18 and a half area come together. So 17 would be an ideal sell based on structure. The most aggressive sell would be at 13 and a half, leaning against this high volume number right there. So I think the market is pointed lower, and the issue becomes where might support lie, and we have this AB low down here at 8. So 5 to 9 will be our, actually I put 1 to 5 as our buy, thinking it'll go a little bit lower. But we may have to kick in at 9, and then 25 to 29. Would be buy 2. On the sell side, we're 15 to 19, perhaps as low as 13, 13 and a half. And then 23, 27. Okay, the knob spread's actually holding in pretty good, and again, that really does reflect long-term fundamentals, and no matter what happens with the market, you can be long the spread, and what you lose in the note. The relationship stays pretty close. It was off a couple of 30 seconds, so that's not a big piece of a big move compared to going from 26.21 down to 12.5. So it's a way for the big money to play the fundamentals, and spreads always are. So if you're really nervous about the stock market, you're long the Dow, you're short the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, or the Russell, depending on your read or take on the market. Okay, again, looking at the 30-year, you can see the market needs volume in this place. So first buy might be a 19 if you're really bullish. Next little volume node down here is at 8. So somewhere down in here, volume at 8. So C period low at 14. We're at 21. So I'm going to make buy one. We may have to pay. The idea maybe 8 to 12 is support, and then 1 to 5. For buy 2, and then on the sell side, 25 area, up against that high volume number 1, to as high as 30s. So we'll make 25 shut down the software after we talk, and so I'm going to put it next to last because of that. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is, Nancy. I may have to go back and reboot this machine, although I started it up this morning, so something with the explosions going off in my ear, something's not right. Okay, looking at gold and crude both off, haven't broken, and with the explosiveness that we deal with in these markets, central bank intervention to the downside, headlines of war to the upside, it's I think retail account is probably looking to be a buyer, once again down here in our 93 area. And you can see how gold recovered off the war rumors on Friday. It's giving that back right now. So the forces that took us higher on Friday have been replaced by the central bank selling, or large traders selling that took place in Y period on Friday. Again, you can see where the market needs volume. This is a concept you have to bring into your thinking, but you can see right here, and you can see that the market's coming down. So we're at 1301, the low is 98, so we'll make 95, 98 buy 1. We'll lean against that high volume number at 95, and then we'll make 88 to 90 for buy 2. 3 to 5 area will be cell 1, and then 8 to 10 will be cell 2. I'm going to go deep with these explosions going off in my ear here. I have no idea when they're going to happen or what's causing that. That's a new phenomena. Okay, the euro was off a little bit this morning, not a lot, but they are concerned about economic growth on the continent, as they should be. You know, it happens round the world. Problems are exacerbated usually by government intervention, and I mean it's been proven, and the economic laws there. I mean, ever since Adam Smith and Ricardo started doing it, less taxes, less government interference. Generally is better for the economy. And then the government gets involved, and they get involved for causes, by crises, and they increase their power. And when stuff doesn't work, it's hard to make it work just because of the way decisions are made. They are consensus decisions. They're made on a political basis, not on an economic basis. So give us more money. We didn't get enough money. We underestimated what it would cost to fix this problem. And we'll make more rules and regulation. And it just becomes entrenched. And it's political entrepreneurs. And the latest scandal coming out, this Tom Steyer and the Pelosi's are joined at the hip. A stranger from San Francisco. On stuff that would us political funding, private ownership by politics, political funding projects, tax for contributions, everything. Political legalized form of bribery when you get right down to it. But an example of 17 countries that will support, and then our 50 plus partners for buy two. On the sell side, last rotate up was 95, so 95 to 05 will be sell 1, and then 15 to 25 for sell 2. Okay, crude's going to be pretty meaningless. Then I put that up, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with it. We'll roll to the October contract tomorrow. I'll check Chris right here and see if we can't. Well, this one looks actually pretty good right now. Anyway, I don't know what happened on my F4 screen, so I take it all back. Okay, again, you can see volume between those 2 points, and we're kind of filling in. So we have really, really good support down here in the 96, 96 and a quarter area. As far as the war goes in Iraq, Ramadi was retaken, and the dam at Mosul was retaken over the weekend. And the dam at Mosul, they were talking about support, air support, where I think some 15 sorties were done against ISIS. And again, you know, with my Vietnam background, it was pretty hard to find these, the NVA and the Kong, because of triple canopy jungle. And in the desert, you don't have that problem at all. I mean, these people are sitting ducks. So when you identify a target, it's real easy to take them out. So when I looked at the strike reports and on what was lost, I mean, it seems pretty minimal that you can drive people out of a position with those kind of losses, but that, coupled with the fact that you're a sitting duck out there, makes for a fairly reluctant defender, if you know what I mean. So that's it for crude. We'll be selling into the buck, and then 97 1/4, 97.50, and then buying 96, 96 1/4, and then 95.50, 75. Okay, to the E-mini. I'm going to show you over in Globex, and stock markets around, every stock market around the world is up, or it was when I checked it about 5:30 this morning. So this market is poised to trade higher. If we change, 75 is really the next stop structurally. And the reason the market is trading higher, it's picking up what was happening last week. So things are good. Probably the biggest piece of news this week will be Thursday and Friday's Jackson Hole speeches by Yellen, and I think the Central Bank of Japan will be there. Supposedly they're going to be talking about the labor markets, but we'll see how that goes. So right here we are at 64, 65, and we are at resistance. So we've got this 65, 67 as R1. I think we're going higher, so we're going to put 69, 71, sell 1, and then 74, 76, leaning against that round number, 75. We may have to engage the market in the 65, 67 area. I don't know. We've had to pay up to get into the market, so this 59 to 61 will be buy one on the idea that we're going to trade higher and at least retest the overnight session high. When the day session opens up, then 55, 57 will be buy two. Today's news is NAHB Housing Index, called at 53. That's all I have right now. It'll take at least 20 minutes to get things up. I may restart this machine because the audio on my end through the headset, I just getting bombed by something. Just static explosions being caused by something.